Hello, and welcome to another short episode of Buckeye Brandon's Bushcraft and Outdoors, bringing you the latest in tactical gear, outdoor gear, and guerrilla tactics. Some of these things we have not yet covered, but this year we will be sure to. Folks, I have a couple announcements to make. This is the first one. This little guy is Tank. Tank is about 8 weeks old, and he is a red-nosed pit mixed with Italian Mastiff. He is a very good dog. Tank is a great family dog. Now, the Italian Mastiff, there is another name for. Sorry about all the traffic noise, but the Italian Mastiff, there is another name for. I believe it is the King Corso. That is what they called him, and the mother and father were on site, so I got to meet the King Corso as well as the red-nosed pit. And that is what he is. He is red-nosed pit mixed with King Corso. He is a wonderful dog, very obedient. He goes to the door, and he has went to the door since day one of moving in with me. Now, the folks that I got him from informed me that he was kind of potty trained. They said they were working on it. He has not had any problems. Goes to the door when he has to go to the bathroom. As soon as he goes outside, he does his business like a good dog and comes back to the door. He is a wonderful pleasure so far, and hopefully stays that way. Now, as I looked the dog over, I realized he had more traits, personality and physically, of the red nose than he did the King Corso, but he does have some traits of his King Corso family also. And I believe it was the father that was the red nose and the mother that was the King Corso. Excuse me and forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Some people say Cane Corso, others say King Corso. I myself say King Corso. But that being said, I wanted to talk about a couple of viewpoints that I had for the channel. He has been purchased at the rate of $350 to be a bushcraft dog, to keep me company in the woods, to keep me company pretty much most of the places I go. I bring him. Having a dog can be important in terms of alerting you while you're out in the bush. One of the things many regular armies as well as guerrilla armies will do in other countries, they have dogs by the pack, because these dogs will alert their owners and their platoon if basically an intruder or somebody who means malice harm comes toward the camp or comes into the area. The dogs will alert their owners. That is the basic idea behind obtaining Tank. Because where I live, there is quite the coyote problem. There are coyotes that have wandered into our camp and almost attacked me and my girlfriend. There are coyotes that have surrounded my camp and just yipped and howled to each other to communicate while they were watching us. This makes me feel very uneasy. I, of course, do have the good old 9mm Taurus G2C, and I also have a custom AR-15. However, if you are carrying your rifle or your sidearm, those coyotes can sneak up on you quite silently. However, they cannot sneak up on you quite silently if you have a dog that will alert you to their presence long before they enter your area, which is great. So, that being said, me and Tank will be taking our very first bushcraft trip of the year on July 4th. We will probably be backpacking in. It is going to be, for myself at least, a minimalist trip. I am going to use my haversack and probably maybe just a bedroll and a tarp. I'm going to bring my knife, my fire steel, my rifle and my sidearm, and my good old dog. While we're out there, we probably will bring a couple of meals, whether they be meal rations or maybe, I was thinking since it's going to be the 4th of July, probably bring some steak, cook it up for me and Tank and my other half also. But as time unfolds, we will see. I can tell you that Tank is a wonderful addition to our family. So that kind of gives you a timeline of some of the things that are going to be going on here at the channel. And there's also going to be a couple of fishing trips. One of the things that I want to instill in this generation and in some of my viewers is if there is a collapse of a financial type, you then have to float alone. You then have to learn how to grow your food. You have to learn how to provide for yourself by ways of hunting, well water, things of that nature, setting up cisterns. Those are some things we're going to be covering on the channel very, very soon. I work a lot, so I apologize for the slowness of the uploads of the videos. And, when I can get out, I will take you with me and we will have further videos. So that being said, I just kind of wanted to introduce you to Tank. And I want to give a shout out to Joe. And all of you know his Bushcraft channel. You also know that his dog Scout died. That's no new news. He passed away. Scout passed away, and I just kind of want to give a shout out to Joe, and I want to tell him, Joe, you influenced me by getting your new puppy, and you proved to me that it can be done, and the whole time that you had your new puppy, I wanted to go out and get one, but I wasn't sure at the time. You put a video up with yourself and Scout in the canoe. Pardon me, I get tongue-tied and I forget a lot of things. At this moment, I'm forgetting your last name. But if you Google Bushcraft and Joe, and Google Bushcraft Joe and Scout, you will then come up with the videos I'm talking about. He has one such video with a dog being trained to ride in a canoe. These are the things that I want to do with my pup. This is exactly how I want to train him to be outdoors, to be by my side, and to be one hell of a guard dog. Because this day and age, you just never know. You just never know. He's primarily going to be a Bushcraft dog, but we are also going to need a dog that helps our group and helps us to stay safe, helps us to practice, riflemanship, helps us to practice using our pistols, helps us to practice to get out and practice our bug out skills and some of our guerrilla warfare skills. Now, you're going to ask yourself, how can a dog help you practice guerrilla warfare skills and riflemanship and pistolmanship? That answer is easy. If the dog is gun shy, then he's going to want nothing to do with you and your group. However, if you train him to not be gun shy, then he will be a great aggressor when it comes to tracking down intruders that might make their way into your camp. He will help, and then you can then do what you need to do to get them off of your property and away from your camp. So, that being said, look for future videos involving, some warfare tactics, some bushcraft, and some outdoor fun, So, this is Brandon Rivera from Buckeye Brandon's Bushcraft and Outdoors, signing off. Have a great Memorial Day. Stay safe and stay blessed.